personality styles, and coping on social media. Okay, so your first task is to find your friends, a group of maximum not more than 4. So this is number 2 is the immediate thing that you have to submit to me. So you have to describe about your targeted sample. So tengok balik on chapter 2, what is sample, how and then describe your sampling approach. Your targeted sample ni means you have to describe what is their age group, what are the contexts regarding your participants, and describe your sampling approach. Okay, so you have to describe whether you are going to use simple random sampling, stratified or whatsoever, with the correct justification and with the correct method. So you have to describe, kalau you kata you guna purposive sampling, how you are going to find your participants, right? Or kalau you nak guna stratified, how you are going to identify your participants. So it is upon your justification lah. Okay, and so the link for the Google Form survey saya dah tolong prepare untuk you guys. So you hanya tinggal collect data and analyze sahaja. And then you can go to this link to learn how to set up a survey code book. So this is to make you easier for you to analyze data later on. Okay, so the due date for this proposal is 28 April. Okay, but if you can complete it faster, because yang saya nak semak dengan cepat is what is your targeted sample dengan sampling approach. So yang ni survey code book ni I will give the feedback later. But based on your 2 things, I will say that whether your proposal is approved or not. Okay, so kalau you boleh bagi saya 25th April should be better lah for you guys. Sebab lagi cepat approve, lagi cepat you boleh collect data actually. And lebih cepat you boleh analyze. Okay, so each group at least kena ada 50 responses. 50 responses to allow you to do meaningful analysis. And I put here period of data collection 8 to 27 May. Okay, sebab I assume after Raya baru boleh ni lah, tapi if certain group can begin earlier then that's good for you lah. But the cut off is 27 May. Okay. And when you collect data, please include screenshots where you have forward or advertised the survey. So I need the screenshots in the final report. Okay, and this is the steps for analysis. Okay, nanti bila you dapat data, I will do another session how to put your data. But this one you can try and do it first. Transform survey data into numbers for analysis. Sebab dalam Google Form tu dia akan dalam bentuk text. So you have to transform dalam bentuk numbers in order for you to process the data. Okay, so for every construct, nanti you akan tengok for every component, you will do the box plot, bar chart, and 3 numerical summaries: the mean, the mode, median, and also the standard deviation. 4 actually, it's typo. Okay, and then later after mid-sem, towards quite the end, minggu ke-10 ke minggu ke-9, you will learn how to set up hypothesis and perform hypothesis testing. Okay, so hypothesis basically a statement yang menunjukkan perkaitan antara 2 variable. Okay, so this one you have to do it later because you akan belajar a bit later. And then you have to submit the final report. So I've put down whatever you need to put here. Okay. So sebenarnya ada 3 main fasa lah. 1 proposal, and then you begin your data collection. 4 fasa. and then you begin your analysis, and then lastly is to produce your final report, submit at week 14. Okay, so yang ni jangan panik tengok panjang-panjang ni. This is just extra information I give to you to understand what is this a project all about. So project ni nak tengok ada tak hubung kait antara personality and coping styles, how you cope with your problems on social media. Okay, so dari segi personality, kita akan guna Big Five. Kita akan ukur sama ada seseorang tu tinggi dalam which one of these 5 personality. Openness, consciousness, extraversion, agreeableness and neuroticism. So basically saya just explain briefly ya. Openness ni orang yang adventurous, high imagination. So contohnya dia akan try new flavor on the menu, going to new places. So opposite of openness is of course conservative one lah, dia very traditional. Okay. Consciousness ni dia very berhati-hati, thoughtfulness and very goal-directed behavior. They selalu plan ahead from, you know, so for example, dia dah plan siap-siap dah how dia nak buat the assignments, how dia, so dia bukan last minute person lah, it's very organised. And then, people yang have opposite of consciousness ni, dia sangat tak suka structure dan schedules, always procrastinate, always postpone things. Okay, and fail to complete tasks usually because dia selalu lambat. Okay, extraversion, very energetic people. So the opposite is introvert, someone who doesn't talk aloud. They prefer being alone. Okay, and agreeableness is the measure for your kindness, for your affection. You are more inclined to help other. Tapi kalau opposite ni adalah socially dia unpleasant. They tend to manipulate people, lack of sympathy and so on. The next personality is neuroticism. Neurotic ni dia macam very moody, emotional instability. Okay, tapi kalau opposite dia adalah orang yang sangat tenang and they can cope with stress lah. Okay, so dalam survey you nanti akan ada this 10 element. 10 ni yang akan mengukur different personality. Okay, so saya just nak brief out je apa dalam survey you tu. Okay, so how to calculate the personality ni you can read later. And then sebab projek kita tu tengok hubungan antara personality dengan coping style. So this is some explanation about coping style. So dia ada beberapa cara you cope with masalah. Contohnya the first one is problem focus coping. So you focus on macam mana you nak selesaikan masalah you. Emotion focus coping, you cope dengan cara deal with your feelings. Okay. Avoidance you mengelak daripada masalah. Okay, you try not to think about it and so on. Meaning focus coping, you try to reflect. What does this mean to you? So for example, your quiz 1 teruk. So you try to appraise that situation. Where did I do wrong? Okay, should I spend more time? So you give meaning to whatever outcome yang you dapat. Social support seeking, you dapatkan sokongan daripada you punya friends ke, relatives and so on. Right? So these are the questions. Untuk problem focus coping, kita ada 4 soalan. Orang yang task coordination, 3 soalan. Spirituality, emotional support, avoidance and connecting. And also venting. Venting ni dia luahkan lah everything. Okay. Alright. So that is basically what is your project all about. Objektif utama dia adalah untuk examine hubung kait personality dan coping and these are the things that you need to do. Okay, ada questions tak? Please ask now because it's very hard for me to entertain in Telegram. I'm not always on, so this is the chance for you to clarify what you don't understand.
For, can I ask about the tutorial exercise you just post? Because I got the
Later tutorial. Just focus about this project dulu.
yeah, but we need to plot the passport for these two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to know whether my method is correct or not because I got a different answer from your tutorial answer.
Okay. Later about project first dulu.
Yep.
So any questions related to the task you're supposed to do? Are you clear? Okay, so maybe you need more time to read. I'll give you another chance on Wednesday to ask about the project. So today, start finding your friends. Maximum of 4 students. Nanti you can put the list. Okay, I'll put the place where you can put the list of your group members and apa ni leader okay. Siapa yang nak tanya tadi about your box plot?
I got different quarter, first quarter and third quarter, and also the middle part. So the whole box plot is different.
Okay. Can you show your answer?
At where?
Okay, what you do, tak apalah Ang, you message me personally. I will have a look and I will respond nanti. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay.
Telegram?
Dekat Telegram, ya. Okay, so today we are going to continue to the new chapter. Chapter 4 kan? Did I finish chapter 3 part 2? Saya dah terlupa dah. What do we have? Chapter 3 part 2? Try to pay attention and try to do all the exercises so that you understand this chapter probability. Okay, so what is expected for you to know from this chapter is you can actually calculate the probability, apply the rules of probability, and then you know to differentiate between independent and dependent probabilities, and you'll be able to calculate probability of a particular problem. Okay, first kita tengok what is probability. It is a numerical measure of the likelihood that a specific event will occur. Apakah keberangkalian sesuatu event tu boleh terjadi? Okay, so apakah keberangkalian hujan hari ni? Apakah keberangkalian food di Mary Brown sold out hari ni? So those are event. Okay, and then it is measured in the concept of percentage. So probability ni represent from 0 to 1. So 0 indicates the event is unlikely to occur. Okay, keberangkalian yang sangat yang tak mungkin berlaku, and 1 is will occur. Okay. So how do you represent the probability? Probability of an event is F over N. So F is the number of ways that event can occur. Okay, divided by N, which is the total number of possible outcomes. So maybe from this word you tak berapa faham lagi. We'll look into an example. So basically F is the number of combination that event can occur, number of ways the event can occur divided by total possible outcomes. Okay, So for example here, when two balanced dice, okay, so ini dadu So bila dua dadu dibaling, okay, so how many possible outcomes yang you akan dapat? So kalau you tengok this one, dadu pertama dapat 1, kemungkinan dadu kedua you baling pun dapat 1. Okay, kemudian sorry ni about dadu ke apa ni? Dadu kedua So we have combination of 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1, 6 and 1. Kemudian kita tengok combination next pula. Kalau dadu kedua nombor 2, 2 boleh juga bertemu dengan 1, 2 boleh bertemu dengan 2, 2 boleh bertemu dengan 3, 2 boleh bertemu dengan 4, 2 juga boleh bertemu dengan 5 dan 2 juga boleh bertemu dengan 6. And the rest, okay, we have dadu bila dibaling dapat 3, the next dadu boleh dapat 1, 3 juga boleh dipartner dengan 2, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 3 and 5, 3 and 6. So bila kita list out the possible combinations, kita dapati dia ada 6 possible outcomes. Okay, sama ada dadu 1 bertemu dengan dadu 1 ataupun dadu 1 bertemu dengan dadu 2 dan sebagainya sampai dadu 6 bertemu dengan 6. Okay, so in total there are 36 ways. There are 36 possible outcomes. Okay, so kalau you baling 2 dadu, ada 36 possible combination. Okay, tapi dia tanya kat soalan kat sini, what is the probability the sum of the dice can be 11? Dia nak 11. Okay, 11, so you tahu 11 nak dapat 11 macam mana? How do you get 11? Dadu 11.
5, 6, 6, 5.
Yes. You dapat 2, 5, 6. So one combination here, 5, 6. And the other one is 6, 5. So this is your F. Okay, hanya ada 2 possible ways akan membentuk 11. Divided by total outcomes is 36. So you dapat 0.056. So this is the probability of getting total number 11 when you baling 2 dadu. Okay, any question? Jadi saya nampak Aisyah yang angkat tangan.
Nak suruh record ni.
Oh, okay.
Aku tak record. Sorry, doktor.
Alright, and then doubles. Doubles ni, apakah probability dapat doubles? Doubles means you get the same number. So you ada berapa possible ways you akan dapat the same number? Okay,
6.
we have, yes, 6. We have 1, 1 here, 2, 2 here, 3, 3 here, 4, 4 here, 5 and 6. So kita ada 6 possible ways divided by total outcome. So kita dapat 0.167. Okay, so that is essentially what does F divided by N means. So untuk probability ni you kena guna logic lah. Okay, so bila you baling dadu, apa possible combination and you have to go one by one. Okay, nanti kita akan tengok lebih senang untuk you gambarkan dalam bentuk tree, dalam bentuk pepohon . Okay, so these are some basic properties of probabilities yang you kena ingat. Property 1, probability hanya between 0 dan 1. You tak akan dapat 1.1, 1.3, 2.5. So the julat hanyalah 0 to 1. Okay, kalau impossible event, maksudnya mustahil event tu berlaku, you akan dapat kosong . Kalau kosong maksudnya mustahil event tu berlaku. Kalau you kira-kira probability event is 1, maksudnya it is a certain event. Event tu pasti berlaku. Okay, so kita ada 3 benda. Probability is between 0 and 1. Impossible event, meaning the probability is 0. Certain event, probability is 1. Okay, for example, 2 balanced dice are rolled, 2 dadu tadi. Determine the probability that the sum of the dice is 1. Boleh ke you dapat total 1? You baling 2 dadu. Okay, so the probability we call it impossible event. Because the smallest number that you can get is 2. You will never get 1. Okay, kita mana ada dapat 1 dadu 1, satu lagi baling dapat 0. You will never get that. So it is impossible event. The probability is 0/36. Okay, the sum of the dice is 12 or less. Okay, 12 or less ni memang pastilah akan berlaku sebab of course paling maksimum you akan dapat 12 sebab 6 plus 6. First dice 6, second dice 6 dan selebihnya of course less than 12. So it is very certain event dia akan berlaku. 36/36, then you get 1. So it is a certain event. Sebab dia tanya, what is the probability the sum 12 atau less. Okay, so confirm it will happen. Okay, can you try now? 2 balanced dice are rolled. Determine the probability that the sum of the dice is 6. The sum of the dice is 7 or 11. Okay, B ni tak payah buat lagi. C, the sum of the dice is less or equal to 4. A and C. So you can drop the answer in the chat. First question A, how do you calculate the sum of dice is 6? Okay, you boleh tengok balik the figure just now. The sum, see the sum of dice is less. Okay, Ang dah jawab kat situ. So the first question, this is the answer, 5/36, and C is 1/16. Okay, untuk cari the sum of dice is 6. Okay, apa yang akan dapat 6? Berapa combination? 4, 2. Nak 4, 2. Yes. Thank you. Apa ni? Ang. So the combination yang akan dapat 6 is 5, 1. So here. Saya tak boleh ni. 5, 1. Then we have 4, 2. Then we have 3, 3. Kita ada 2, 4. Kita ada 5, 1. And then we have what? Apa yang kita miss? Lima satu satu lima. Dua empat empat dua. Okay. Okay, so we have 5 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these are the combination 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so remember the formula. It is F over N. So untuk dapat 6, there are how many ways? There are 5 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over the total possible outcome is 5 over 36. Okay, so that's how you get this answer. The next one is the sum of the dice is less than or equal to 4. Kurang atau sama dengan 4. Okay, so look at that diagram again. Kurang atau sama dengan 4. The sum of the dice is less than or equal to 4. Is it correct? 1 over 6. Oh, dia dah ni. Okay, so kita cari semua combination yang equal to 4 or kurang daripada 4 lah. So kat sini kita ada 3 combination yang kurang daripada 4. Okay, this one kita ada 2 combination. And then we have here 1. Kat sini kita tak ada. Dan lain tak ada. So semuanya adalah berapa ni? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you dapat 6 over 36. Okay, so 6 over 36. That's bila you permudahkan, you dapat 1/6 lah. Okay. Okay, next we go into events and sample space. Okay, what is sample space? Represented by S, the collection of all possible outcome for an experiment. So apa outcomes yang you akan dapat, itu kita panggil S. Okay. And event adalah a collection of outcomes for the experiment that is any subset. Okay, so event ni a subset of you punya sample space. Okay, so for example here, you tengok eksperimen, you toss a coin, you baling you punya apa ni, coin. So apa possible outcomes you dapat? Ini coins overseas lah, sama ada you dapat head ataupun tail. Kalau kita sama ada dapat bunga, flower or number. Okay, so your event space, you will, your sample space will list all the possible outcomes. So S sama dengan head, tail. These are the two possible outcomes kalau you baling shilling you. Okay, so sama ada you permukaan atas atau bawah, sama ada you dapat number or bunga. Okay, roll a dice once. Kalau you baling dadu sekali saja, so ini possible yang you akan dapat. Nombor terdiri daripada 1 hingga 6. Okay, tapi kalau you baling apa ni? Baling coin 2 kali, apa possible outcomes yang you akan dapat? So, possible outcomes dia adalah kali pertama you baling, you dapat head. Kali kedua you baling, you dapat head juga. Ataupun kali pertama you baling dapat head, kali kedua you baling dapat tail. Ataupun kali pertama you baling, you dapat tail. And kali kedua head dan seterusnya. So, we have these 4 possible outcomes. And then if you take a test, your possible outcome is just pass or fail. And if I select a student from this class, it can either be male or female. Okay, no transgender. Alright. So sample space, how do you draw it? Sama ada you guna Venn diagram or tree diagram. Okay, kalau you guna Venn diagram, so this is how you draw it. Okay, so this is your S and these are the possible outcomes, H dengan T. Okay, if you use a tree diagram, this is how you draw it. Bila you baling coin, the first option is either you dapat head or you dapat tail. Okay. Alright. Now we want to look more on the relationships among event. Kita akan tengok the first one is for example, this is E. E is the probability of event E occurring. Kalau not E is the green area. So this green outer area describe the event E not happening, not E. The event E does not occur is here, the green color. A and B. A and B, I think you dah belajar maths dulu. Is the intersection antara you punya Venn diagram. Okay, tempat persilangan A dan B is just here. Okay, kalau A or B, sama ada A occur ataupun B occur ataupun both A or B. So sebab tu A dihijaukan, B pun hijau, kat tengah-tengah ni pun hijau. Okay, because it's either A happen or B happen or both happen. Okay, so I hope you understand this Venn diagram illustration. So we look at another example. Let's say the sample space is this one, being listed here. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the sample space. So what is A? A is the event the number selected is odd. So then you will have the subsample, the apa kita panggil, the event. Yes, the event. So for the event of selecting odd number, apa saja you punya sample space? So you hanya nombor ganjil saja, which is kalau A, what you will have? For A, we will have 1, 3, and 5. Tulis dalam perkataan B, the event is even number. So what is even number? 2 and 4. And C, event the number selected is beginning with letter F. Beginning with letter F, kita ada 4 and 5. Okay. So, kalau dia minta not C. Okay, C kita dah tahu 4 and 5. Kalau not C is the rest lah. So that's why you have 1, 2, 3. Because your C is 4 and 5. So not C is the rest of the sample space. Okay, now kita tengok A or B. Apa maksud A or B? Remember the Venn diagram tadi? So everything. So what is A? A is 135 and B is 24. So when you have A or B is everything. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now you have B and C. So macam mana B and C? Hanya tempat persilangan. So what is your B? B you ada 2 and 4 and C you ada 4 and 5. So tempat persilangan dia adalah 4. Okay. Okay. So tree diagram is the easier way you can picture out what are the possible outcomes ya. So contohnya ini probability of tossing coin. You baling you punya duit. So sama ada first option you akan dapat head. Bila you baling sama ada you akan dapat head atau tail. So ada probability dia head adalah 1/2. Sebab tu you letak kat sini 0.5 dan kat sini 0.5. Sebab you ada 2 option saja. So probability dia half and half lah. Okay. So the probability of each branch is written on the branch and the outcome is written at the end of the branch. So this is the outcome. So bila you baling, outcome you dapat head. The other outcome is tail. And the probability of getting this outcome, you letak atas branch ni, 0.5 and 0.5. Okay, so kalau yang ni, kita baling 2 coin. So coin pertama kita baling, kali pertama kita baling sama ada kita dapat head ataupun tail. So each of them is 0.05. Bila kita baling kali pertama, this is bila kita baling kali pertama, and then kali kedua bila kita baling, is either we get head atau tail juga. So each of them is 0.5 juga. Okay, so this is the first time you throw the coin. This is the option. And then kalau you baling you dapat tail, the next time you baling the coin, you can either get head or you can either get tail. So each of that is 0.5 and 0.5 also. So this is the combination yang you akan dapat bila you baling 2 coin. Sama ada kali pertama head, kali kedua pun head, or kali pertama head, kali kedua tail, or kali pertama tail, kali kedua head, or kali pertama tail dan kali kedua pun dah dapat tail juga. So you will calculate the probabilities for here. Macam mana you nak calculate probabilities? Probability ni darab this one. So okay, you darab 0.5 darab 0.5 is for head. Okay, and then for head and tail, 0.5 times 0.5, you dapat 0.25. The next one for tail and head. So 0.5 darab 0.5. And tail 0.5 darab 0.5. So janji bila you tambah semua, dia akan dapat 1. Okay. Okay. Exercise 2, I know it's in your note. Use a tree diagram to find the sample space for the gender of 3 children. Okay, so bila you tak dapat soalan macam ni, you tahu dia ada 3 anak. Okay, so kali pertama anak dia, maybe So kali pertama anak dia maybe boy. Kali kedua girl. Okay, kalau kali pertama anak dia boy, kali kedua boleh jadi boy atau girl. Sama juga kat sini. Kalau first child girl, second boleh jadi boy or girl. Dan untuk anak yang ketiga, kalau anak kedua boy, boleh jadi the next one is boy, boleh jadi the next one is girl. Sama jugalah. Okay, so you do this for the rest. And remember, letak probability dekat atas branch. So 0.5 sebab ada dua probability saja. Sini pun 0.5, 0.5 and so on. Okay. So now find each probability of all boys. You kena cari probability of all boys. B, B, B. Okay, so 0.5 darab 0.5 darab 0.5. And then all girls or all boys. Okay, sama ada B, B, B. Or kalau or kenapa? Both and G, G, G. Okay, exactly 2 boys or 2 girls. Okay, so kita tengok contoh yang pertama. Okay, so this is the apa ni? The tree yang you dapat. So you just apa ni? Letak dia punya probability ya. Okay, so dia nak tadi apa? All boys. Okay. So macam saya cakap tadi lah, you darab 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. Right? The other one yang dia minta is of all girls or all boys. Okay, so yang ni and this one. You kena tambah lah. Okay, so GGG pun sama juga, 0.5 darab 0.5 darab 0.5. So you tambah dua ni, you akan dapat probabilities untuk that soalan lah. Okay, and the next one yang dia minta, exactly 2 boys or 2 girls. Exactly 2 boys or 2 girls. So this one. This one. 2 boys and 2 girls. So you kena kira probability 1, 2, 3, 4 ni tambah. Okay. So the next kita tengok mutually exclusive event. 2 or more events are mutually exclusive events if no 2 of them have outcomes in common. So tengok kat sini, dia tak ada bersilang, tak ada persilangan, tak bertemu dan sebagainya. So this is when we call it mutually exclusive because dia tak ada outcomes yang in common, tak ada titik persilangan. Tapi untuk yang ni, dia ada common outcomes. So we call it non-mutually exclusive. So whenever you ada persilangan saja, it become non-mutually exclusive. Okay. So this is three mutually exclusive, tak ada titik pertemuan pun antara tiga-tiga ni. This one B, three non-mutually exclusive sebab semua bersilang. Kat sini, tiga-tiga bersilang. Okay, and this one also three non-mutually exclusive event. Yeah, for C. Okay, now we see the example. So, example, this is your sample space. Ada 1 sampai 10 number. A is the event where it is an odd number. B is even number. C is event the number selected is beginning with letter F. And D is event the number selected beginning with T. Okay, so you have to determine whether A and B are mutually exclusive or not. Mutually exclusive means dia tak bersilang. This is A and B. Tak ada persilangan. So kita tengok A. A adalah number itu odd. B adalah number itu even. So will there be a common number? Of course no. Sebab A hanya akan ada nombor ganjil. Okay, and B adalah nombor genap. So no way dia akan ada nombor yang berkongsi, yang bersilang. Okay, so that's why it is mutually exclusive. B and C. B adalah even number. So what is B? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. And C, beginning with F. Beginning with F is 4. So ada tak titik persilangan antara B dan C? So we have this number B and C bersilang. Okay, so that's why the answer is not mutually exclusive. So bila you ada nombor yang overlap or common number shared by both sample space, then it is not mutually exclusive. A, B and D. What is A? A, B and D. So A dengan B, A dengan B odd and even. So A dengan B ni memang dah tak ada titik persamaan. Sebab A is odd numbers and B is even numbers. And then D, even the number selected is beginning with letter T. T is 3. Okay, D ada bersilang dengan siapa? The D. Okay, apa ni? D adalah event that start with T. So we have 3 and 10. Okay, so dia ada bersilang kat sini nombor 10 and bersilang kat sini nombor 3. But all of them tidak bersilang together. So it is still not mutually exclusive. C and D. C and D adalah F and T. Okay, so C adalah kita ada F. What is F? 4 and 5. And T and D is T. 3 and 10. So diorang memang tak ada langsung overlap. So this one we can call it mutually exclusive. Okay, bila dia tak ada share any number, then we call it mutually exclusive. Okay, so take a while and try to do this question. Determine whether these events are mutually exclusive. The first event is you get a prime number, and the second event is you get an odd number. You baling dadu, you will get a prime number and get an odd number. Can these two things occur together? Soalan dia adalah, you nak tahu mutually exclusive ni, can you get both together? So bila you baling dadu, boleh tak you dapat nombor prime and dia nombor odd? At the same time dia odd number. And then for B, you get a number greater than 3. Okay, so this one memang tak akan berlaku lah. You get a number greater than 3 and get a number less than 3. Tapi you baling satu dadu je. So this one mutually exclusive lah. Okay, and then you select a student in your class. The student has blonde hair and the student has blue eyes. Boleh tak you dapat keadaan tu? Boleh kan? So this is non-mutually. You can get this intersection. You can get someone with blonde hair and at the same time they are the blue eyes. Yes, you can get it. So it is not mutually exclusive. If you select any course, it is a calculus course and it is an English course. So there's no way you select satu course je tapi course tu calculus dan juga English at the same time. So it is it is mutually exclusive. Okay, so we go on to the next one. Some rules of probability. So tadi kita dah belajar properties of probability, between 0 to 1, and then impossible event is a probability of 0, certain event is probability of 1, and then we look into the mutually exclusive and non-exclusive. Okay, non-exclusive ni bila ada titik common numbers, okay, titik persilangan. Okay, kalau dua-dua tu terasing, tiada persilangan, means it is mutually exclusive. Alright, so next we go to rules of probability. Dia ada beberapa rules, special addition rule, complementation rules, and general addition rule. Alright, how do you write probability? This is probability notation. So macam mana you tulis probability is this way. P dalam bracket E means the probability of E. P stands for probability. So when you write P dalam kurungan E, we know that it means the probability of E occurring. Okay, so look at this example. when a balanced dice is rolled once. Okay, kalau kita baling dadu sekali, you will get this sample space. You will get either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Okay, so the event that the die comes up an even number, nombor genap. Okay, what is the probability you get even? Even number is nombor genap 2, 4, 6. So like we calculate F over N. So you dapat 3/6 and this is the probability. So we can write here PA sama dengan 0.5 given A is the event that die comes up even. Okay, so kita kena define dululah what is A. So dalam case ni A adalah event mendapat nombor genap bila satu dadu dibaling. So the probability is 0.5. How do you get 0.5? Because it is 3/6. Okay. So ini the first rule, special addition rule. Kalau you nak cari probability of A or B occurring, so you first cari PA and then you add with PB, probability of B. So this is only when it is mutually exclusive. Maksud mutually exclusive apa? Dia terasing. This is A, this is B. So this is what you do. Tapi kalau yang non-mutually, okay, so this is for mutually exclusive lah. Dan kalau you ada banyak lagi, you just tambah lah. PA, PB, PC. Okay, so let us look at this example. A relative frequency distribution for the size of farms in United States. In the third column, we introduce events that correspond to the size of classes. Okay. For example, if a farm is selected at random, D denotes the event that the farm has between 100 to 179 acres. So this is, you tengok kat sini ya. So what is D? D adalah the probability you get the size of 100 to 179 acres. Okay, use table 4.5 and the special addition rule to determine the probability that a randomly selected farm has between 100 to 499 acres. Okay, kat mana nak cari tu? 100 to 499 acres. So 100 to 499 acres start here. 499. Okay. So you kena add probability of D tambah probability of E tambah probability of F. Then you will get this probability. Sebab dia nak between 100 to 499. So probability D hanya sampai sini dan sampai 499 adalah F lah. Okay. So this is how you write P, D or E or F. So you find probability of D dulu, tambah separately. Okay, where you get the probability is being given here. Dalam kolom ni 0.149, 0.077, 0.106. So altogether you will get 0.332 and what you can say is 33.2% of US farms have between 100 to 499 acres. Okay, this is how you interpret the answer. Okay, next is complementation rule. Complement ni maksudnya melengkapi . So it is equivalent to 1 minus the probability of event do not occur. Okay, so kita tengok sini. The colored region is PE. So this is probability of E. Okay. So kalau you nak cari not E, you tahu kan? The combination of not E plus E, you will get 1. Okay, here. Probability of E campur P not E, you will get 1. Okay, sebab jumlah probability mesti 1. So kalau you nak cari PE here, it's just 1 tolak P not E. Okay. Or vice versa lah. So for example here, this is related to table from study. Find the probability that a random selected farm has less than 2,000 acres. Less than 2,000 acres. Okay. So macam mana you nak buat? Dia nak less than 2,000 acres. Kat sini you ada maklumat 2,000 and over. Okay, so you tahu this is more than 2,000. Okay, so kalau you guna complement Allah. Sekejap. Okay, so what you know from here is you tahu 2,000 ke atas. So you tahu the probability is 0.035. Now you want to know less than 2,000. So what you do is just you buat 1 tolak probability lebih daripada 2,000 ni lah. So let's say I name it as I. Ni probability of I. So 1 minus PI, you will get the probability of less than 2,000. Okay. So like this PJ. So kita tahu the total probability is 1. This is the total probability. And then we know that this is greater than 2,000. Okay, if not greater than 2,000 is of course less than 2,000. So that's why kita buat 1 minus 0.035 and we get this answer. So how do we interpret this? 96.5% of US farms have less than 2,000 acres. Okay, try to think of this one, 50 acres or more. 50 acres or more. So you tahu untuk 50 acres okay, kalau 50 acres or more you should tambah ni kan semua ni. Okay, tapi jalan pintas dia adalah dia nak 50 acres or more, you just kira ni dululah. This is less than 5 acres. So you tambah PA plus PB dulu. Okay, then you minus dengan 1. Right? So K, for example, K is the event that the farm selected 50 acres or more. So kalau you nak buat satu-satu, it will take time. So what we can do is we want P not K, where K is 50 acres or more. So bila P not K, kita kena cari dulu yang tadi saya cakap. Not K is the one who has less than 50 acres. So we have here A and B yang less than 50 acres. Alright, so kita tambah dulu PA dengan PB. Okay, kita tambah dulu sebab yang ni adalah kurang daripada 50 acres. And then you'll get 0.3449, tapi ini bukan 50 acres. You nak 50 acre lebih. So that's why you buat 1 tolak P not K. P not K is already given here. So 1 minus 0.349, you dapat 0.651. Ataupun jalan panjang dia, of course you can do also, you tambah lah daripada C sampai I. Okay, but that's gonna take more time. Alright, so I think I'll stop there first. Berapa dah ni? Okay, I'll drop some questions in Padlet, and we can try and maybe look at it on Wednesday also. So saya stop dulu until complementation rule. Okay, so altogether we have 3 rules: special addition, complementation, and general addition. Okay, special addition is this one. It's for mutually exclusive. Maksudnya tiada titik persilangan. What you do is just, if given question probability of A or B happen, so you just take PA plus PB. Kalau ada A sampai B sampai C sampai D, you buat sampai semua lah. Okay, and the next one is complementation rule. Complementation rule adalah dia bagi tahu if you want to find E here, E you tak tahu, you just buat 1 minus P not E, because eventually E plus not E akan dapat 1. So that's why you buat probability of E equivalent to 1 minus P not E. Okay, so on Wednesday we'll continue on the last rule, which is the general addition rule. Saya masuk sikit lah, dia sama saja dengan addition rule tadi. Cuma sebab yang ni adalah non-exclusive. Bila tak non-exclusive, dia ada bertindan. So how you calculate it? You kena buat PA plus PB minus yang bersilang, PA dan B. Okay. So I'll stop here first. I'll drop some question in Padlet. Okay.
Prof, can you upload topic files not in OL?
Huh? What?
Can you upload topic for nota tekan?
Oh, tak ada lagi
Betul.
okay. Saya dah letak dah tapi saya disable show. Okay. Alright.